Hello, everybody, and welcome to week one of RLCS Season 10's The Grid, presented to you by the Kansas City Pioneers. My name is Hazmat. I am joined today by my beautiful friend, Kendo. Kendo, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, my friend. It is great to be here. Great to represent Kansas City and to see some
Yes.
RLCS action live on your screen. I couldn't be more excited.
Finally, I've been waiting for this for so long. I am so excited, and it's finally here. Kansas City Pioneers taking on G2 Esports, the big dog. Everybody knows them. A lot of people love them, but they're going down today. Isn't that right, Kendo?
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I am looking forward to it. And, I don't want to be so dynamic as to say they are going down. But if the boys are half as excited to be up against this G2 team as I am to be here in front of everybody, I tell you what, they got a real good chance.
I think so. And let's talk about the boys a little bit, shall we? So, Kansas City Pioneers today, we are fielding a roster of Memory, Beast Mode, and Rapid. Beast Mode, new player to the RLCS scene, just aged into it 4 days ago. August 3rd, I believe, is his birthday. Just turned 15. First chance at the show. And I think it's going to have a big impact. These young players always do. What are your thoughts?
I tell you what, I'm looking at this bracket and see G2, Rogue, Plot Twist, all in our group. And it's insane to think. I feel like we have the toughest group. You have a Rogue team and a G2 team that are the best in the world, the best in NA right now. Plot Twist, which is overperforming. They're doing so well. Haven't seen below a top 8 in a tournament in months. And then we have the X Factor in beast mode. So it's very exciting to look at what we have before us. It's going to be amazing if we can get out of this group.
Oh, absolutely. We are definitely positioned to be the wild card team, and I think that is the most exciting position to be in, as anything can happen. And obviously, we're hoping for the best, and I'm sure we will see the best as we have some amazing players coming in here. Let's talk about this first matchup, though. Kansas City versus G2. G2 has always been a very strong team, but we noted in the before the broadcast they've been slumping a little bit recently. In the last month, they are 3-6 in their last couple of games, or series, I should say. So maybe they're not synergizing as well as they used to right now. Maybe they're having a little bit of difficulties, and Kansas City has a better shot than you might think.
I tell you what, we are ever the opportunists here in Kansas City. So we look at that record and we're like, ooh, this is a good thing. We
Hmm.
have an opportunity to shock the world at this point. But respect to G2. These guys are the consistent samurais of the Rocket League scene. They are almost always in that top four. And whether or not they're having a bad spurt, they are still going to be a very tough opponent to beat.
Oh, for sure. You just know it's going to be a difficult fight no matter what happens. So I think we're just going to have to, if you're Kansas City right now, you're just going to have to stay calm, stay positive, and just make sure that you know, hey, we have a chance. It's no biggie. This is just another team, you know? Because if you let that mental barrier get to you, if you go into this saying, "Oh my gosh, it's G2, we're gonna lose," you are gonna lose. So hopefully they're doing a good job of keeping cool, keeping level heads, and I think if they can do that, they will prevail. They being Kansas City.
I do also has want to talk a little bit about the two other teams that are in our specific group. In Rogue, of course, you do have the Mountain that is Kronovi playing with First Killer and Turinturo. Since that team really accumulated together, it seems like they can do absolutely nothing wrong, especially with Kronovi taking what has been really his specialty, a controlled role, really overseeing and growing the people around him. He does a great job of facilitating the ball. And in that respect, Rogue is literally, I would say, close to, if not the best team in Rocket League. They are one of maybe three. Opposite end, plot twist. You have the former Chaos Esports group, and they say goodbye to Sad Junior. He's going to move up to coach, but Sosa is someone who I'm looking forward to seeing on the pitch, working extremely well with Tarako and Mektos.
Yeah, Mektos and Sosa are actually two people who I think I casted very early in my career and early in theirs as well. So it's been interesting to see them grow and seeing now at this RLCS level, getting to see them again. You know, I'm sure, or personally, I got to say, I'm hoping to see them in the second round of this group stage. I'm hoping Kansas City takes down G2, they take down Rogue, and we get that beautiful, beautiful Kansas City versus Plot Twist game number 2, because that would be an incredible series.
Yes, it would, my friend. And I tell you what, I am super excited. I mean, we look at the team that we have with Beast Mode. You have Memory, former Ghost, now just a wealth of experience here, a new acquisition on the team. He brings to the table what Beast Mode might lack in the experience. And Beast Mode already is someone who I'm excited to see. He himself is extremely excited, just turning 15, as you said, in the last few days, to put himself out there and really perform on a high level. And traditionally, you look at the performance of people like Atomic, people like a First Killer, they have a very good time their first time out. So Kansas City, we said they're a wild card. We're not understating it. This is a team that could shock the world and take just about anyone today.
Oh yeah, I think like you said, that young energy just coming in, changing things up so much, and especially just because when you have the consistency of Memory in that support role, who's going to be just feeding Rapid, who's always been phenomenal as an attacker, always phenomenal, even solo, even as a solo player, he just makes space, he makes things work, he gets to the ball in the back of the net, no matter what's in front of him. So when you have Memory supporting that, and the wild card of Beast Mode as the young player coming in, that's a dangerous team right there, and that's a team that I'm excited to watch.
I 100% agree with you, my friend. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what else to say because I am so hyped right now. We also have Rapid and Seabass coming in for our squad. It's such a well-rounded squad, and I'm looking forward to seeing them on the pitch. What do you feel like with G2, Rizzo, JNaps, Chicago? Do you feel like we're gonna have to do to really push this team?
Um, yeah, that's a tough question, right? When you look at Rizzo, JNaps, Chicago, the roster for G2, it's a very consistent one. JNaps, the knapsack, he's been carrying a lot of this. He's the Rapid of G2, I would say, right? He always gets that ball in the back of the net. He finds the big plays. People find him when he's open, and he can make these things happen. Rizzo, another amazing solo player who can do the same thing, but also has the consistency and the experience to fill a support role, to feed balls, to get things upfield. Chicago just always absolutely playing the third man role in a spectacular way. I think that roster change from Kronovi to Chicago, as we saw with G2 a long time ago, has helped them out so much. They've become so consistently top 4 since then that I mean, this is just in general a hard team to beat. They are so well-rounded, so good across the board that you have to be on your A game. You have to be near perfect in order to take them down. But hey, I'm confident in the Kansas City. I believe they got this. In fact, I don't think it's going too far to tell you guys that last night, or maybe 2 nights ago, Rapid called it as a 3-1 in favor of
Mm.
Kansas City Pioneers. So we already got a little bit of a trash talk coming from the players themselves, and I'm sure you guys may have seen a lot of it on Twitter today. I was going back and forth myself with a few people, just having a little fun. So should be a good time. Rivalries are getting built. People are getting taken down very soon. We'll see what happens. So we also just today launched our newest store. It's been under construction for a while, and we are very excited to tell you that it is coming, or it has just launched today. If you go to kcp.gg/merch, I believe is the link, or /store, I'm sorry, is the link. If you do exclamation point merch in the chat, you will be able to find some of that. Let me tell you, it's pretty cool. I was really excited to see it. In fact, I was really sad that it did not go live sooner because I really wanted to be in that hoodie right now, that gray hoodie that you'll see over there. Beautiful. I want one. If anybody wants to buy me one and send it to me right now, I'll give you a little kiss.
If there's nothing else to covet in this world, it would definitely be a hazmat kiss. But I will say that my seat is burning just a little bit because my wallet is already feeling the joy of the merch store. If you understand what I'm trying to say, there's enough black, white, and gold, maybe even a little powder blue over there, to make my really my wardrobe scream. And I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some of that merch indeed, my friend. But I am so excited going forward with this amazing Rocket League action. I'm almost speechless. I'm gonna be perfectly honest at this point. I'm excited as we
That's
are
fair.
working on getting into this lobby.
So, well, let's talk about the format of the
Mhm,
event for a little bit because this is the first week, so some people may not be familiar. So, what we have is a long series of what's called the grid. We're going to have 9 weeks of this. This is week one. We are starting with the group stage. The group stages are split into, I believe, 4 groups of 4. Is that correct? And we are going to
mhm.
see our group. We are Group D currently, the Kansas City Pioneers, with Rogue, Plot Twist, and G2 Esports, as you said. So our first match is going to be the quarterfinals of the group stage. We will progress to the semifinals, assuming we win that. And then, if you win the semifinals, you have automatically qualified for the playoffs, which we go on to do later in the day. There is a losers bracket for this. We could drop down to that and then still qualify through the losers bracket as well to make it into the playoffs. The playoffs does not have a losers bracket. The playoffs is single elimination. We are playing for seeding, I believe, in this
Mhm.
in the group stage. And all of these matches in the group stage are going to be best of 5 all the way up until the finals of the playoffs, which will be best of 7.
Mhm.
So
We
it's a
also
little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kendo.
Yeah, we also the fact is each and every one of these weeks is gonna go towards points for much bigger things to come. So it is very important each week that teams perform their very best because consistency is going to be very key. Winning one of these tournaments in any given week is not going to be enough for any one given team. They're going to have to consistently qualify and they're going to have to consistently place to get enough points to see themselves down the road towards land time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is definitely something that you're going to have to be aware of. This is not just an individual week to week thing. This is an overarching point system, so it does each week performance does matter. You know, just because this is week one, even if you get knocked out in 2 games and you're just done after two, that still doesn't mean you're out for the entire rest of these this event. That doesn't mean that you are even going to come in last in the event. That doesn't mean you can't come in first in the event. So no matter what happens today, we still have a lot of Rocket League on the horizon, and I am excited for this season and this production of the grid coming up here because it's going to be a blast. And I think it's about time for games.
I know we are very close, my friend, as really just about everyone on the pitch. I imagine we are waiting just for maybe one or two more. We'll find out for sure. But I tell you what, I am excited. You're excited. Everyone is in and extremely excited for what we are about to see. Guys, Rocket League abounds, and your opportunity to enjoy more Rocket League than ever is upon you. Thank you for joining us here live on Pioneers GG. Support our Kansas City Pioneers the best you can, and it looks like we are about to get underway here with game number 1 in a best of 5 against G2.
Oh, I am very excited. I see the hype in the chat. I see everybody getting hype as the pitch is starting to fill up. It is heating up in here, and I am interested to see how this progresses. This game 1 is going to be very important, as you know, we are a very new team. This is a roster that hasn't been put forward before. So this game 1 is going to make a large statement to the other teams. Who are we? What are we going to do? How's it going to progress? Here we go.
We are about to get underway, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1. I could not be any more hyped. We have the Kansas City Pioneers. We have the G2, the Samurais themselves, the legends of the Rocket League community. We know with game number 1, right off the kickoff, here is Rapid. Will not be able to get a follow on that. Rizzo looks to settle this ball down for JNAP's ball into the corner. Memory is there. Rapid looking to keep this away from G2 possession. He's going to look to bring it through the mid. Does so well. Sticks with it. Forces the 50-50, but Chicago will get the clear.
We're seeing very short rotations already, very quick transitions. Nobody letting the ball really get past that third line on the field, and that is looking to be something that's going to continue throughout the game is probably just keeping your foot on the gas pedal. And we saw Rizzo barely making that save, had to get up there tough, and it is heating up in the G2 end now.
Quick transition here. Chicago looking for the double tap. Will not be able to get it. Memory looking to carry this all the way through off the sidewall. Looks for a double tap of his own, but Rizzo, great defense on the backboard, will be able to keep it away. Rapid looks to funnel this back through the corner to be played away by Chicago. Long carries have been the name of the game so far, and both G2 and KCP have had their chances. Ball in the box, but Rizzo, the quick save and the clear away.
With how precise we're seeing these rotations right now, I think demolitions are going to become really important later in this game, or at least bumps, just to break up the perfection that we're seeing. They're so tight, they're so quick, that you're going to really need to mess with them if you want any scoring opportunities, and that's true of both teams.
It is indeed. It's a ball in the box. Chicago open net. Meespo not able to get there in time, and G2 will be first on the board.
Yeah, as soon as I say it into existence, it does not speak true anymore. Nobody able to rotate back into net. You saw Beast Mode just getting there a second too late. Didn't have the boost for it, as finally some starvation comes out and does what the bumps would have done. It ensures that those rotations cannot happen as quickly as they used to. And it puts G2 up 1-0 in game one.
Off the kickoff, JNaps will look to control it. Chicago, long clear out. Rizzo might be able to get a second touch. Beast Mode, last man back. A quick 1-2 is Rapid. Sets up Memory in the box shot. Scores. KCP on the board.
Oh my goodness. What a beautiful shot there, as we just saw an amazing passing play come out. That is absolute phenomenal ability from Kansas City to work together, and this is something that I was a little worried about personally, was, how much have they played together? Are they used to each other compared to G2, who have been together for so long that you would wonder, are they going to see those multi-person passing plays coming out from Kansas City? And oh my goodness, Chicago just sneaking it in. How did that even happen?
Chicago does follow this through all the way off the kickoff, and credit to him. It really allows so much control and priority for his team. And that's something you'll hear me say a lot, Hazmat. Control and priority on the ball is extremely important. G2 does it better than a lot of teams. They're looking for even more priority. Ball in the box, Chicago. Just gonna put this wide. Dangerous touch here. Memory needs to get a second, and Rizzo will just be able to put this in.
So we're already seeing the backboard pressure from G2 coming up huge. This is something the team has always been phenomenal at, is just putting balls up ahead of you, making sure that you have to rotate up around your own backboard, and ensuring that that pulls you out of position until such time that they have an open net and they can just tap it in. And we've seen that happen already once here in the game, and I think we're going to see it a lot more from G2.
Rapid was looking early for the flip reset. It's going to be played out by JNaps. Rizzo and Chicago both there. A quick shot. It'll be in the box for JNaps, but good defense by Rapid. 2v1. He's going to look to bully Rizzo, but not able to stay with it. Both these teams still playing at extremely fast pace. Hasn't been as much control game out of KCP as we would like to see, I know. And they've been losing out on a lot of opportunities. 6 shots to 4 so far, and there's a 7th for JNaps.
Yeah, JNaps is just hammering the net right now. He is putting so many balls in front that it is just impossible to avoid something eventually trickling in, and that is exactly how almost every single goal has been scored. Sorry, 2 out of the 3 goals have been scored for G2. So I think if you can just break up that attack, get some bumps, get some demolitions, mess up the rotations, or just get those long clears off your backboard, set up a little bit better, play some spider defense, they will be in a phenomenal position here.
Well, here's going to be a 3v2 transition. Rabbit misses out on this. Memory, though, does get it across to him. They can't capitalize, though. And it's going to be a clear back the other way for G2. Memory the pickup. Gonna try to quickly put this back. Rapid, can he get high enough for this? No. The double demo, and JNaps back the other way. Beast Mode stretches across and makes the save for now, but they are not completely out of duress just yet, Has.
Oh, that was terrifying to say the least. The double demolition ensured that they had a wide open pitch to work with, and we've now seen Kansas City getting the ball away and now in a much safer position, but it's already coming back towards them. Rapid with a beautiful save off of that back wall. They just need to get the clears going a little bit harder now. Well, we're going to be seeing a lot more goals and a lot more opportunities like that in this game.
40 seconds left to go. At this point, KCP just a little bit outpaced, and you can definitely tell they're still trying to gel, and they're up against one of the longest lasting teams within RLC, as it's impressive to see a team stick together so long in G2. Chicago, JNaps, and Rizzo have more chemistry in their pinky finger than a lot of teams within the Rocket League scene. Here is Memory looking to control with 11 seconds left. Pioneer's going to look for some solace here. Maybe a quick outlet pass down, but Demos, the name of the game here early, is both teams really trying to show physical dominance early.
Yeah, I think we saw Kansas City really trying to go for those demos at some moments, but just not finding them, not connecting at the right times. I believe it was Rapid who went for one in that first half of the game, but just couldn't quite find Rizzo, couldn't quite chase him down, and that resulted in a lost scoring attempt. However, on the other side, Chicago, Rizzo, JNaps all have been doing a phenomenal job with demolitions. They were pretty much constantly attacking the other team and making sure that they could just get that field cleared out. And that opened up a lot of scoring opportunities, and I think is a big part of why they won game number 1 here.
I agree with you, my friend, and it was really, they doubled up the shots. There was so much more pressure coming from the G2 side, so credit to them. They're going to stick it to the boys on this try, but again, this is a Kansas City Pioneers team. They are innovative, and they are still learning on the fly. We're going to see how they adjust here as game number 2 underway. JNaps off the kickoff. It's going to be hard into the KCP zone. He back passes for Chicago. This is a lofty ball that Rapid is forced to reach for. They are slowly losing possession here in the mid. That's very dangerous, Hazmat.
Yeah, I mean, that midfield control is so important in these kind of games. We see a lot of the high lofts at the midfield because if you keep it low, you are not going to get past that middle line. It just will not happen with these teams. You have to get it up high. You have to get it over some heads. And here we see Rizzo just shutting that ball down as it comes in low at the midfield. But Beast Mode doing some big things. Doesn't quite work out. And now G2 will have an opportunity to attack.
See, one of the things I love about being here live on Pioneers GG is the fact we do have a little bit of rooting interest here. Beast Mode, so close, my man. Keep it up. Try again. We are really putting some pressure here on G2, though, through this first minute. Much better offensive prowess. We can't lax on the defense. Memory will get up in time, and this will be a long clear away.
Yeah, that long clears like that are definitely going to be one of Kansas City's keys to winning here. Rapid goes for the double touch, but can't quite find it. We'll see if the long clears can keep up as JNaps takes an opportunity, but Memory pushes it away.
We're going to need to follow some of these up, though. Little backflip here by Chicago. Outlet pass. JNaps is up, though. We'll get it away. Push across the field. JNaps with the pickup. Rapid there on defense. Will manage to stop it for now, but Rizzo, the quick pickup in the mid. Chicago keeps the ball high for JNaps, who's going to push this down, gets a second touch, and G2 on the board first.
Yeah, G2 getting the first goal of the game once again here in game number 2 is JNaps just doing his traditional craziness. I mean, is there anything else to say about this man except just to expect that at this point? We've seen it happen time and time again on the world's biggest stages. He can definitely do it from the comfort of his own home, and we just witnessed him doing it once again.
Oh, here is Memory looking for the quick answer. Once again, it just seems like every time KCP tries to get and sink its teeth into an extended possession in the offensive zone, there's a G2 demo to really disrupt the rotation. Long ball here by Beast Mode, loses control. Chicago down to JNaps, shot high off the backboard, has a second touch, it's down. Chicago is going to be able to put it in, and KCP in a hole early.
Yeah, 2-0 is not how you want to start this out. I mean, once again, backboard defense becoming the priority thing. I believe most goals we've seen now have come off of at least 2 or 3 shots being put right above the Kansas City goal. And this is something they are definitely going to have to work on if they want to come away with this series here. It's just ensuring that the defense is going up well, but Memory is going to do it all on his own as Rapid just taps it straight down for him. What a beautiful shot just to get that ball and get them on the board.
Yeah, the speed play there, very important. See if they can get another statement speed play off the kickoff. 2:40 left to go. Rapid right off the kickoff. Here's Memory, but JNaps gets there in time to carry this ball all the way through the mid. Beast mode, the block. Chicago, ball down. Great pressure here. Rapid looking for the redirect on the backboard. Not able to get it. And it's a quick transition back as G2 will look to strike. They are lethal in that quick response game.
Yeah, this is something that G2 does phenomenally well. As soon as that ball is on its way to the other side, they know exactly which times they can start pushing up and which times they need to maintain a little bit more defensive posture. And when they commit to that attack and go all out, it's going to happen fast. And you better be ready for it because it will punish you.
Another quick demo play and ball back in. Beast mode looks to control it down. Played it by Chicago with the 1-2. Chicago giving go with JNaps. Manages to get an extra touch and a carry through. But Rapid there. The stalwart in net will keep it away. Now quick transition of our own. Beast mode. The young man's on the board again for KCP.
What an excellent, excellent transition from Kansas City. This is something that they have been trying to get set up. We saw it earlier as a long floater pass went up to Memory, but Memory could not get to the ball. This time, however, Beast Mode is there, waiting and ready, and capitalized perfectly, tying us up for the first time since somebody has scored in a long time in the series and giving Kansas City the potential to take the lead here in game number 2.
Gotta love it. It's Deuces Wild. A minute 23 left on the clock. High lofted touch. Rapid will look to put it into the corner. Slow enough that KCP able to jump on this in the mid. JNaps first to the ball off the backboard. Quick transition back. Rizzo high. Not able to get by Rapid, and it's good defense from the Pioneers. Beast mode. Chance to catch this. Might get it down for Rapid. Doesn't need Rapid at all. Beast mode will score, and they're on top by 1.
This is the kind of things you can only see coming out of a 15-year-old fresh player. Just this absolute ridiculousness, this out of nowhere, insane shots that nobody on the field was expecting, not even us, and I absolutely love it. A minute left, Kansas City Pioneers up 3-2. Can they hold the lead? Let's find out.
I believe it was Rapid who did say a 3-1 KCP over G2 would be the outcome of this one. So far, it's not dead yet. G2 really needing to make a quick transition back in order to get on the board again. High lofted touch, JNaps not able to get by Memory. Great backboard touch there. Beast mode, long clear not by Rizzo. Rapid will scramble for this. And KCP really on the back foot. They need to desperately clear this ball. Rapid will keep it to the side. Desperation from the Pioneers as they are just trying to slowly make men miss. Finally getting the ball out. 10 seconds though. Plenty of time in Rocket League. JNaps, lofted touch, hits the backboard. Played by Chicago again into the corner. Rizzo, 1-2, Memory, long clear out, 0 seconds, Rule 0, full effect. KCP just needs to get this down in order to have a win on the docket. Long touch, Chicago. Rizzo cannot continue it. It will fall, but Rizzo managing to keep it up. Memory will finally get that down. KCP on the board. We are 1-1 on the series.
What a stressful ending. I was holding my breath through the whole thing. I'm not sure how you talked through it, as I would have been just absolutely terrified. I mean, that was tense at every moment, but Kansas City Pioneers managing to hold on. And something I really want to highlight here is even though the saves from Beast Mode only show 1 on the scoreboard, he has been absolutely phenomenal in the back end. And the times that we do see a goal get scored by G2 are oftentimes where Beast Mode has been pushed out of net in some way. Demolition, bump, boost starve, anything that keeps him out of net is usually when G2 scores. So keep your eye on Beast Mode in the back end a little bit more and see just to try to see what happens as this progresses and if he can avoid those bumps and those demos in order to keep making these saves and help out his team a lot more. I mean, he already is, but I think he could be completely dominant in that back end if he could just dodge some of these bumps.
There's one other thing I did notice, and that is when Beast Mode is able to continue his touches through the mid. There's a huge difference than just getting that simple clear. We've saw it, it was probably about a 50-50, 60-40. But when Beast Mode gets the follow, he has been lethal so far. So I feel like that's going to be the key to the game. Can Beast Mode follow his touches out of the mid? And if he does, it just seems like everybody's been there so far in support of him.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City Pioneers doing a great job of just being ready for whatever happens at midfield. So far, we've seen a few passes get a little bit missed, but here's an opportunity as Beast Mode goes for 2 demos. He doesn't get the second, but Rapid is able to capitalize anyways, as Chicago is too far to do anything about it.
Yeah, and he just needed the first one. He managed to get in the way of Chicago, just enough alter the line and opens a wide window for Rapid to put that in. KCP on top here in game number 1 early. They are going to ride the momentum, and I feel like if they can keep this up, I mean, we've already seen G2 in the past few games. They haven't been up to snuff with where they are. Chance to shock the world, my friend.
Very much so. And here in game 3, taking that early lead is so important, as after, it basically resets it and makes this a best of 3, right? And now you have to consider the mental game of the momentum, right? Like you said. So getting that first goal just ensures that Kansas City Pioneers are the people staying with that energy, staying with that momentum, and having the potential to take it a step further and put even more pressure on G2 in the series.
Mode looking very fancy, brings that ball, follows all the way through the corner, might be able to get a second touch here, and Chicago just gets up in time. But he is in line, and he is really pushing this G2 defense. Once again, Beast Mode in the mid. Push on by Rizzo. KCP will look to camp the corner here. Another set, Beast Mode, this is going to be straight down. Chicago does manage to get a touch on it. Now ends up being the difference. Beast Mode down, Rapid. That was so close as they tried to trap that one against the net. They're unable to do so. Rapid though will come back around, and KCP up 2.
And this is a phenomenal lesson, and if the ball's in your zone long enough, it's gonna end up in the back of your net. Just constant pressure from KCP, just cycling that ball over and over through the neutral, or through the middle zone of the G2 end, and eventually just finding that open net with Rapid, just having the ball fall to him with the perfect shot in front of him, and of course he's going to capitalize on that every time. 2-0 now in game 3. An absolute stellar performance by Kansas City Pioneers so far.
Great control here. Memory will get this all the way to the corner. JNaps might be hung up on that front post there for a second. Little bit of a rugby scrum as Rizzo will finally stretch this possession out. Beast Mode forced to make quite the save on the back end. Again, another save here by Rapid, and they will just barely be able to breathe a sigh of relief here. Team effort on the defense.
Beast Mode pulling off the squishy save in absolute beautiful fashion. I said it earlier, he is dangerous in the back end, and he proved it right there. You have to get this guy out of the zone if you want goals scored.
Whereas in the first game, it seems like G2 was outpacing KCP. KCP seems to be everywhere a G2 touch goes. Beast Mode will look across for Memory, managing to continue this handle. Where is this man getting his boost? He is going to continue to push this ball all the way down. And we talked about it. If Beast Mode can get the follows, he's creating and facilitating a lot of offense. It's causing G2 havoc right now. He's doing an extremely efficient job of it, Hazmat.
Oh yeah, he is just putting his foot on the gas pedal and not letting off. It is leading to some solid pressure, but Chicago finally making something happen as that ball just falls to him off of a beautiful pass from Rizzo, using the ceiling to his advantage. Memory couldn't correct in time, and that led to an easy goal for Chicago with fantastic placement, I might add, as I believe that was probably the only spot he could have snuck that ball in, and Kansas City not come away with the save.
Well, off the kickoff, they're looking for a quick answer. Memory down! And Beast Mode will be able to get the follow. KCP, what a quick response.
JNap's just trying his best, but doesn't get quite the save he needs to get. It goes off the crossbar, but stays right in front. Chicago isn't ready to get it away. As we see the cleanup, 3-1, the score line, the score differential stays the same, +2 for KCP. And that has to put some pressure on G2 as they only have 1:45 left, and this could be one more as Beast Mode tries to put it in.
Really struggling RG2 right now in their own defensive quarter. It's going to be a receive here by Beast Mode. Rapid out of the mid. Rizzo not able to get that touch, and it just gave full priority to the Pioneers. Beast Mode able to put this down and away, and I gotta ask the question, G2, they look shell-shocked right now in their own defensive quarter. Do you think there's anything they can do to adjust what exactly it is KCP is doing offensively that's really stymieing them?
I think it's just the fact that they finally matched the pace that G2 is bringing. In that first game, we saw G2 just being so much faster, so much quicker, and putting the pressure on so much more that Kansas City never had an opportunity to take an offense. All that's really changed is just now they're keeping up and actually have the chances for these offensive attacks finally, and we're seeing it result on the scoreboard big. Rizzo has an opportunity, but Memory's going to make the save. But, I mean, if you're G2 at this point, you have to break up their offensive attacks now in the same way you were breaking up their defense before. Bring those demos into your defensive rotations. But Beast Mode has a great chance here as JNap's pushes it away.
Really good stuff again as Beast Mode just carrying that ball through the mid. It's amazing to see how the young man has had an influence on this game so far. Making everybody miss, getting up and over, might be able to get the flip reset. Rapid wants a little bit of that his own. He says, that's my namesake. Don't forget it. Beast Mode, though, will get another chance. High off the bar, Rapid, the recovery. But JNap's will get there in time. KCP up by 3, 15 seconds to go. Not quite a done deal yet, but I tell you what, the boys are looking good. Go Pioneers.
The boys are looking good, and G2 is looking a little shaky defensively. I think right now we're seeing JNap's really trying to put the team on his back and do all the defense himself, and unfortunately that's just not viable. You can't 3v1. It's not going to happen. And although JNap's has had some incredible saves, some incredible opportunities, or incredible abilities to recover and make these saves that I would have never thought possible, he still needs his other two guys to step up. We're seeing 4 saves for JNap's in that game. Chicago has 2, Rizzo with only 1. While that stat line doesn't really speak to a big difference, I think when you see the actual play and the actual consistency that JNap's is always in back, always breaking up these big plays, that's when you'll see that he's being overpowered by sheer numbers at this point, and the rest of G2 has to step up.
And I feel like a lot of the Kansas City priority is coming from the mid. They are breaking up and keeping ball presence within their offensive half a majority of the time. That's created really a system of success for them. Every time G2 tries to get the ball out of their own half, there is Beast Mode, there is Memory, there is Rapid. Man, oh man.
Yeah, G2 just being a little bit outpaced right now. They've been stuck in their offensive end for a lot of times. When they do get, or stuck in their defensive end, I should say, when they do get on offensive chances, they usually capitalize on them. The few that we saw in Game 3 did get capitalized on, but there just weren't that many of them.
Here, Chicago, missed ball might lead to a critical return to sender. Memory doesn't get there in time. Beast Mode looking for the 50-50 down to Rapid. Another 50-50, but KCP will have to retreat. Quick 1-2. Memory right there. Jumping on that ball. Beast Mode long cleared down. JNap's to try to receive it. Manages to get 2. Oh no! Rizzo able to get through. What in the world?
Yeah, Rizzo just finds a completely open net, as I think Rapid put a little bit too much trust there. He was just expecting them to come away with that ball, and when they didn't, he was not ready to turn around. Just a small little mistake. I don't think anything super indicative of things to come, but that is the first goal in G2's favor, and that could shift the momentum a little bit, and maybe we'll see them continue this in game number 4.
Rapid, the quick carry out. Or 1 minute gone by. G2 is in the lead at the moment. Hopefully not for long, as Rapid looking to get the long clear. They definitely need to get a follow on that one, Hazmat, and it is Memory, the hero of the day, coming out of the mid, has an open neck. Can he get it? The angle, he does! KCP ties this game up.
Just absolutely all solo plays from Memory, just doing it to all of G2. Nobody can stop the man. We saw a little bit of confusion in the rotation. I don't think they were expecting Memory to put his foot on the gas pedal that quickly and restart an offense. That was one of those moments where G2 was confident they were going to come away with it and go on the attack, so they all went ready for that. And as a result, when Memory took possession, it gave them a goal against.
No one expects the Midwest Inquisition. KCP putting the ball forward and keeping G2 on their heels. You gotta love it. Hashtag my city in the chat. Here is Memory looking for beast mode down. Will choose to carry it himself. JNaps, the shot on beast mode, not able to get there in time, and JNaps will get away with one.
Yeah, JNaps just sneaks this one in. I don't think this is a ball that he was expecting to go in. Beast Mode was ready and waiting for it, just in an awkward position because he did use his flip right before then. We've all been there where you flip and then something terrible happens and now you're just barely out of position and can't make the save. So I know that feel. I'm sorry, Beast Mode, but that's nothing too dangerous. Only one goal down. Kansas City Pioneers can definitely bring this back. We've seen them put up a lot of goals very quickly in game number 3, and there's another chance for it. But Rizzo's gonna make this one work as Kansas City overextends and leaves him with a wide open net.
And overextension, the key word there, because all it took was one demo from Rizzo to find his way to the net. Tragedy has struck Kansas City, and now they are going to have to recover. They do have plenty of time, though. It just does not bode well that KCP seems like their offensive pressure has been figured out.
Yeah, we have seen much less offensive timings for Kansas City. That one looked like it might just roll in without anybody touching it, but no, still floating. Finally, Beast Mode touches it away. But still in danger with Kansas City.
Here is the downward ball. Rapid looking to control this all the way into the corner. Chicago clear out, and this is right there. I feel like that's where you're going to have Beast Mode jump on that ball. Not quite there. KCP looking to reset. Beast Mode not able to get the touch over to Rapid, but much better continuation here. Memory towards the mid, cleared out by Chicago. KCP gonna try something here, but they are stuck on the defensive end right now, and as they need desperately to get this ball back into the G2 defensive zone.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City just looking a little overwhelmed right now. Like, they've been pushed into a weird rotation that they are not comfortable with, and it's starting to show cracks as they have just maintained pressure, or G2 has just maintained pressure on Kansas City for so long at this point that they just need a breath, they need a breather, and they're finally getting one here, and we'll see if that can translate to an offensive opportunity or just better defense going forward.
Long clear here. Chicago gonna jump on his second touch. He'll touch across for Memory. It's not played by Rapid in time. Much better speed out of the mid from G2, I think, is the hindrance that KCP is going to have to avoid here, as they have not been able to get all those midfield balls that they have become accustomed to. Chicago able to get up in time. Beast Mode so close yet so far away. Rapid coming around, not able to get the touch, but Memory shot. JNaps in the way. Pesky JNaps is able to put that ball out. And Rizzo looking to carry all the way down. He can. No.
He's gonna do it. I want to talk about that JNap save. That was a pre-jump right there. He knew exactly where that ball was going, and he got in its face before it was even there. Rapid, unfortunately, could not do the same on the other side of the field, and Rizzo is just going to carry that one all the way into the corner. 4-1 with 48 seconds left. Not impossible, but quite difficult, I think.
The good news is, with 41 seconds left to go, even if for some reason KCP does take the L here, they can do a quote-unquote rapid reset on the series, and it'll be a best of one at that point. But they're going to be looking for some solace and momentum right now. Rapid tries to get the ball out to Beast Mode. A banger to the top shelf, and that's a killer shot.
10 seconds left for them to get for each goal remaining. This is definitely possible. We've seen Kansas City Pioneers do it in other kickoffs before. They have some fantastic transition offense. I think this might be winnable.
Even if they don't, I tell you what, Solace received, message taken. Beast Mode not able to get around JNAP. This one might, with an inverted angle touch, go in, but JNAP's unable to handle it. Memory, the scrum in the corner. Beast Mode will see this ball down 2-1, and sadly it's out of reach, but KCP going to 5 with G2. And I tell you what, as at the beginning of this series, if you asked for it, I think both of us would have taken it.
Oh, guaranteed. I'm loving the fact that we are going to a Game 5. But something I want to talk about from that game that mostly happened at the end, but did continue throughout most of the game, is G2's ability to, once they are in the lead, to take their foot off a little bit, move their rotations a little bit further out, a little bit towards that center field line on the offensive side, and ensure that they'll maintain possession no matter what. They may not be getting as many goals, but they will maintain possession and stop Kansas City from scoring every time. So I think if you are KC going into Game 5, what you have to do is get your good foot on the gas pedal early and maintain it. If you go down and let G2 get 2 or 3 goals up on you, they are going to hold you to that line for a long time. If you're within 1 or even winning, they are forced to take more dangerous opportunities, and that leads to you having more opportunities.
So what you're saying is we need a manual reset. We need some gas. You got to step on the gas, my friend, because Game 5 underway. Hashtag my city. Hashtag give me your energy, because that's what we're going to need. KCP takes G2 to 5. Let's get hype.
It all comes down to this. Whoever wins this game moves on. Whoever loses is dropping down to the loser's bracket. Kansas City Pioneers versus G2 Esports. Let's get it going.
Here is the kickoff. Rizzo and JNAP, the 1-2 memory. Great defense on the back foot. And Beast Mode looking to carry back in the offensive zone. Double commit, gonna hurt. JNAP does get up in time, and oh, that was a dirty angle from the knapsack.
That was a shot, Kendo? Excuse me?
You know, somebody needs to check this man for hacks. That might be aimbot or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but that shouldn't be possible.
That is absolutely insane. I mean, JNAPS, that was a fantastic shot from him, and while that doesn't bode well for Kansas City, neither does that. Rizzo comes in off of a beautiful pass in the corner from JNAPS. Rizzo keeping it high and tight, booming that one in at 119 kilometers per hour. Certified, man.
All jesting aside, G2 has come to play, and they're making a statement here in the first 24 seconds, my friend. But we'll see if we're able to reset here. Off the kickoff, here is Chicago. A hard touchdown. Rizzo with the push away. Ball is careening right now as Rapid able to get it all the way out into the G2 zone again. Beast Mode, the man in the mid, will be able to put this on. A great stall by Rapid, but Memory not on the same page. Beast Mode desperately trying to keep this out. He's not able to. And JNAPS will go away with a goal.
Yeah, you know, this is exactly what I was hoping Kansas City would do to G2, but in fact, it comes out and it's happening the other way around. G2, I think, just, finally not stuck in their more defensive rotations, being able to bring out their offensive pressure again. I don't think Kansas City was ready for it after that loss and is now outpaced once again just by a little bit. And oh no, Rizzo has an open net off of a beautiful catch. 4 goals in 1 minute for G2. This
My
is
friend,
stressful.
Yeah, you hate to see it. And where KCP was hitting almost all of their lines, they were really disrupting G2. All of a sudden, it seems like G2 has got it figured out. And it's going to take a monumental effort. 1 goal every minute minimum to tie this one up. But I believe in the boys. I think they can do it. They just need to put the stop block on defensively in Beast Mode. Looking to control this ball through the mid as a start. Memory doesn't get a challenge on this ball. It'll be JNAPS to Rizzo, and Rizzo, no! They're able to push it through. 5 goals now.
Yeah, G2 is just already building up so much pressure and so much momentum that it is going to be tough to beat. And so what an intelligent shot from him, just realizing that the save was coming out, delaying that shot by a little bit by rotating back. I mean, absolute beautiful high-level play from him. But this isn't necessarily over. I want to make that very clear. We've seen Kansas City score this many goals in this short amount of time, and as long as they can pretty much shut the floodgates, as long as they can get one goal themselves and fall back into their classic rotations and their classic positions that did so well for them in Game 3 and Game 2, I think this is still very likely.
Here's a pop-up by Rizzo. Rapid will look to control this into the corner. Does get by one. Slowly pushing this ball up through the mid. Rizzo is there. Now Rizzo into some fancy footwork of his own. Beast mode, this is going to be a big demo if he's able to maintain the boost through it. Touch towards the net, but Chicago and company there quickly. 50-50 here in the corner might serve KCP well if they can jump on it, as now G2 on their back foot. Rapid, you mad lad, gets it just to beast mode, but that'll go off the crossbar. Sadly, G2 will be able to get a clear and reset this ball.
I mean, the pressure is still there, though. They didn't get it out of their zone. The offensive pressure is still building up from Kansas City, and this is something we haven't seen. It's been all G2 so far, and this is the time that means a scoring opportunity is coming in beast mode. Finally makes it happen as Rapid gives him a pass right off the front.
A 1-2 for the ages. J-Nop's not able to get there in time. Credit to him, though. He got it across, and who else but Beast Mode? He's been the absolute best in the mid that's really hindered this G2 squad. So I tell you what, statement has been made no matter what the outcome at this point. Beast Mode has arrived on the Rocket League scene, and man, he looks good.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping that nobody else is monitoring the stream and the teams we have to face later, because I want this surprise from him on every team that Kansas City has to face. But he is doing some phenomenal things. Beast mode! What did you just do with the solo play? My goodness, faking everybody out and getting a beautiful pass over to Memory. I mean, insane.
I mean, that right there, that is fundamental dribble drive. He's able to get the initial ankles broken and continue the push. And again, it rings true. Beast mode in the mid, if he's able to control the ball, he has been facilitating very well for this team. Question is, can they get 2 more goals in a minute 51? Beast mode stuck on the back foot. This is a back pass. Might not be what J-Naps was looking for, because Rapid's going to pick it up quickly. Rapid towards the mid, the demo, Chicago just pinches that out, and they're going to get the clear as well.
Yeah, luckily Beast Mode was coming off of that demo and was able to shut it down in their defensive zone early. But, I mean, we're seeing a lot more pressure from Kansas City. A minute 30 left. That's only 3 goals every 30 seconds. That's not too difficult. Let's be real here. That is a reasonable amount of time to come back here in Rocket League. And I think if they can just get out of their zone and get some more offenses started soon, and we see Beast Mode carrying once again, but no, J-Naps will shut.
Didn't quite have the control he was looking for. Memory, though, does get a second opportunity on it, and at this point, G2 is just trying to force weak touches out of the mid, because they can survive this KCP offense if they do so. Memory and Rapid working together. It's going to be a long clear. Beast Mode with the demo. He is going to preemptive strike Chicago here. Sadly, puts a little too much mustard on it, but that could have been a hot dog play.
Oh, Rapid going for something fancy too, but that at least fakes everybody out enough to give some opportunity here. Can Beast Mode catch it and start making some offenses happen? 30 seconds left. It's going to be tight, but Kansas City has a long shot here, and definitely Beast Mode with the ball off the back wall. Here's a good opportunity.
20 seconds left. Beast Mode out of the mid, looking for something here, but Rizzo is high. They're sending everyone to try to prevent this young man from having an influence on the game. And I tell you what, if G2 needs 2 people to shut you down, you are definitely looking good within the Rocket League world. G2 will get one last goal for the road, but KCP, I think there is a lot to be taken from this experience here in game number 1 of the grid.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's be real here. We were talking about G2 earlier in the day. They are a dominant team. They are a fantastic team. They are a consistent team. I can't say that, honestly, I'm disappointed by this scoreline. I can't say that because while we lost, I'm very happy that it went to game 5, that Kansas City put such a performance up and was able to surprise them and put really significant wins on the board in game number 3 and game number 2. And I mean, it was just absolute incredible play by them all around. G2 obviously just outpaced them a little bit overall. I think if Kansas City can match that pace more consistently throughout the entire series and learn to be a little bit more coordinated, avoid those demos, then they will be a very, very serious contender here in the grid.
I agree with you completely. And I tell you what, I take away a lot from this matchup. One, G2 is not indestructible. If you take them off of their pace, you can do a lot. And the fact that our newly formed Kansas City Pioneers squad is doing such a good job with their new addition in beast mode, with memory coming in, that is impressive to me because you just really shell shocked a team that has more experience than anyone else within the RLCS world. And it took a monumental effort for them to come back here to win it in 5. So great stuff here in game number 1. KCP. Man.
Oh, yeah. You gotta love it. Despite the loss, you gotta love the fantastic play. Beast Mode made a statement. This was his first RLCS match now that he's aged into it, or series, I should say, and he showed up big. He was all over the pitch. He was constantly fighting. He was great defensively. He was great offensively. He was great solo. He was a great team player. This kid's going to be huge. And I think we all know that. I think we're all excited for it. And that's why you should stay tuned here to Kansas City Pioneers as we look forward to the rest of the group stages in the grid. Now that we have been knocked down to the losers bracket, we're going to be playing the loser of quarterfinal number 3. That would be the loser between Rogue and Plot Twist. Current series scores, Plot Twist 2, Rogue 1. So we're going to take a little break, let them finish their series, and then we will be right back to you with some more Kansas City Pioneers action. Don't go anywhere.